Hey guys, welcome back for another short Vinyasa flow. Today we're going to be working with opening the front line and a little bit of back bend, something we haven't really focused on heaps lately, but it's a really good part of the body to re-explore. So today we're going to start off in Anahatasana, puppy pose, melting heart. Some different names for this one. So we're going to start hips directly over knees. We're trying to create a high point here. Then start to take the hands out in front. And here you don't have to be high up on your fingers, but we want to make sure the hands are really active. So if your palms are on the earth, make sure you're not bending through the arms. And stay engaged so we can open through the chest to the bottom of the shoulder. Just a few breaths here, letting the sternum sink down towards the earth. And hands stay engaged, so the arms are strong. Just 2 more breaths. Slowly start to walk the hands back in. We'll move through some cat-cows. Drop the belly as you breathe in, start to look up. Chin towards the chest, round over. Head up, hips up, breathe in, let the belly drop. And flex through the spine as you breathe out. Head up, hips up, inhale. And round over, just 2 more rounds of breath like this. And your next breath in. Come back to a neutral spine and tuck the toes, downward facing dog as you breathe out. You can pedal out the legs if you need to, if this is your first movement of the day. I'd suggest it, but just make sure that we're moving mindfully. If one side is a little tighter than the other, awesome, spend a little more attention there. But as always, take a bend through your knees if you need it. What I want you to think about in the upper body is still being really strong through the arms, turning the triceps back, but starting to have that same opening through the thoracic spine that you had in that melting heart pose we began with. Just 1 more round of breath here. Slowly start to walk forward towards the front of the mat. When you get there, land in a ragdoll forward fold. Bend through your knees as much as you need, but let the head and shoulders be heavy. You can take a few nods, let yourself know that there's no tension through the neck. Slowly start to rise up. Take a breath in. When you get to the top, roll the shoulders back. Start to lift the hands up. Urdhva Hastasana. As you breathe in, you can take a little back bend here if you'd like. Thanasana. Forward fold breather. Bring your hands to your shins. Halfway lift. Inhale. Then plant them down. Step back. High plank. Shift forward. Drop the knees, start to lower down through Chaturanga as you breathe out. Baby Cobra, just 1 time, but we're going to hold it. So let the hands come off the earth, big toes push down. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, take 1 more breath in. Release down as you breathe out. Push up through that tabletop. Downward facing dog. Move straight into our flow. Start to lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog, breathe in. Take your knee to your nose, tiger curl. Step between your hands, crescent lunge. We're going to be in a few different variations of this shape. So this first one, I want you to bend your back knee, Belly button in towards spine, hands up overhead. Good. We're trying to turn the sacrum down and forward. Open up through these deep hip flexors. Engage that left glute. Take one more breath in. Bring your hands to your knees, push your upper back away, breathe out. Lift the hands back up, start to straighten that back leg, a little back bend as you breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. So because we have those different variations of crescent lunge, I want to be really deliberate with every single one. And even here we want the sacrum going down as the belly button lifts up. Take one more breath out. Reverse warrior, inhale. Plant the hands down, step back, chaturanga. You can float this back leg if you want. Up dog, breathe in, pushing the earth away. Again, another back bend, but really stable. Down dog, breathe out. Straight away, we'll lift the left heel towards the sky. Tiger curl, just one time, breathing out. Step between the hands, crescent lunge. And here, the hands are high, belly button in towards the spine. This is our first variation. Still tucking the tailbone under. Now you engage the right glute and a really neutral spine. One more big breath in. Hands to knees, push that upper back back. Hands rise, straighten through the back leg, breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. Now make sure when you make that transition, you tuck the tailbone back under and neutralize the spine first. One more breath out. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Hands to the earth, float through. Pushing the ground away in that upward facing dog. Down dog, breathe out. Now we're going to flow this through a few times. We really want to open up through the hip flexors, yeah? The ones on top and the ones a little deeper. Take a breath out. Right heel rises up in. Tiger curl on the breath out. Step between the hands, that regular crescent lunge first. Hands to knee, push the upper back back, breathe out. As you breathe in, hands rise, take that back bend. Straighten the spine first, warrior two, breathe out. Reverse, lift the right hand up, then windmill them down. Chaturanga. Up dog, pushing the earth away, downward facing. We're going to be flowing through a few times. Lift the left heel up so that flow is going to become optional. Tiger curl, breathe out. Rise up, neutral spine. Hands to knee, push that space between the shoulders back. Hands rise, straighten through back leg. Keep the core engaged, breathe in. Straighten first, warrior two. Reverse, lift that left arm, stay deep in the legs. Windmill them down. Maybe chaturanga, maybe straight back to downward facing. We go again. Right heel rises. Take the knee towards the nose. Crescent. Hands to knee, round through the spine. Straighten the back leg, hands rise up, breathe in. Straighten first, then warrior two, breathe out. Reverse warrior, inhale, lengthen through the right side body. Hands down. You can go straight back to down dog if you need. You need everyone there on a breath out. Left heel rises up on the in. Knee towards nose. Step through that just neutral, regular crescent right lunge. Belly button in. Hands to knee, push that space away as you breathe out. Rise up the hands, that back bend, big breath in. Then we retuck sacrum, warrior two, breathe out. Reverse on the in. However you need to get back to downward facing dog. We meet there on a breath out. We're going to go through one more time either side. Rise the heels slowly. Knee towards nose. Crescent lunge, belly button in. Bottom half stays where it is. Round over through the spine. Breathe out. Arms overhead. Little back bend. Inhale. Neutralize spine. Warrior two. Breathe out. Reverse on the in. Hands down. Flow through. If you're still taking that up dog, legs are strong. Down dog, breathe out. Straight away, one more time, left heel rises. Take the knee towards the nose, breathe out. Crescent in, tuck the sacrum under. Then round over through the upper back, breathe out. Hands rise, back leg straightens in. Warrior two, keep that left knee going forward. Legs stay where they are, reverse. Hands to the ground, flow through your vinyasa. Land in downward facing dog. Take a moment here and pedal out the legs. Still, if you need to, maybe you start to find some stillness. From here, start to ripple forward to a high plank. Shift forward, lower down towards the earth. Hands down by your sides. Drop your chin or your cheek to the mat. Just one more breath to release it. We're going to start to work through our back bends. We start off with the most engagement we can have. Locust pose, hands are down by your sides, palms are facing the earth. Head and shoulders slowly start to lift, just like cobra pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then the hands start to rise, maybe the feet. Squeeze everything towards the midline. Crown of your head away from toes. Don't need to look up here, we don't want to crank through the neck, we want this long, straight line. Two more big breaths in. Keep a little engagement through the core. And then slowly release down. You can wobble your hips side to side. Now you are more than welcome to stay there. That is a beautiful posture for building strength. If you're feeling a little more open, you come into floor bar. So bring your heels towards your hips, reach back, grab a hold of your ankles. Our first movement is exactly the same as locust. Head, chest, shoulders lift. Squeeze them together. Then once you have that engagement, start to kick into your hands. Everything hugging towards the midline. Keep the core on, one more big breath in. And slowly lower, down, breathe out. Wobble the hips side to side. No fancy transition here, just roll over onto your back. Start to bring your feet in, hip distance apart or sitting bone distance, so a little closer than hip distance, so you can reach down and brush your heels. From here, coming into bridge, start to push down into the heels, hips rise, lower back, upper back. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders underneath. That's going to give you more surface area through your upper arms to push down so there's no weight in your neck. Hips lift up, knees hug towards each other. If you'd like, you can interlace your fingers. Keep pushing the ground away with your feet, with your shoulders. Continue to breathe. Keep hugging the legs towards the midline. One more big breath in. Lower down slowly and breathe out. Screen wiper knees side to side. As always, guys, with this practice, there is an option for everyone. If you want to stay with bridge, you're more than welcome to. If you want to take a step back, you can place a prop underneath your hips, come into a supported bridge. But if you want to take it a little bit further, we're going to move towards wheel. We are pretty open for it. Yeah, everything we've done has been leading us up to this point. So just like we would come into bridge, feet sitting bones distance apart, start to lift the hips. When you get to the top, hands come either side of your head so your fingers are facing your heels. Elbows hug in. Push straight up into wheel. Keep the knees hugging in, keep the elbows hugging in, hips lifting up, pushing the ground away as much as you can. Opening up through that front line even more. Take one more big breath in. Slowly start to lower down. We want to tuck chin towards chest. Land on the shoulders, slowly lower to the earth. Windscreen wiper knees side to side. Start to hug your knees in towards your chin. Maybe you take your forehead towards your knees. Rock and roll up and down until you come to a seat. Send your legs out long. We've done all of this front line opening, now we're just countering it out with a little back line. Paschimottanasana, breathe in. Make sure your sitting bones are going back. Chest towards the toes. Keep the spine straight. Then start to move in. Use the breath to move you deeper. It's a little trick we can use in almost every posture as we create space with the belly, with the breath in, then we move into it as we breathe out. One more round here. Slowly start to lift back up, lay down on your back. Start to take your right ankle over your left knee. Flex the toes on the right foot, hug that package in towards the chest. So grab either the thigh or the shin on that left leg. All of the crescent lunges, a little work through the glutes. Now is an opportunity to let all of that tension go. round of breath. No fast, no fancy transitions, we just switch over sides. Now the left toes are flexed, we're hugging the right knee in towards the chest. Slowly moving it in with every breath. Just 2 more rounds. Release that package, hug the left knee in, send the right leg out long. Adjust your hips to the left as you let that left knee fall over to the right. Keep your shoulders heavy, we land in a supine twist. What adjusting your hips does, it allows that extended leg in your spine to stay in a straight line. Slowly start to move back to center, we switch over sides. Readjust the hips, send the left leg long, let the right knee move to the side. Keep the shoulders as heavy as you can. Sink down into the earth. One more round. Move back towards center, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees be heavy. Stay here as long as you need, but when you feel the time is right, send your legs out long. Arms down by your sides. Land in Shavasana. Let all of that opening through the front line settle in. Allow your body to be receptive to whatever comes next. here as long as you need. When you're ready, gently start to roll to your favorite side. And then make your way towards a comfortable seat. Keep your eyes closed, but bring your hands to your heart in Anjali mudra. Bow your head. Take a moment. As always, I leave you with what Maharaji left Ram Dass: love everybody, tell the truth. Namaste. Thank you as always, yogis, for joining us. Can't wait to hear how you went, and we'll see you next time.